live.
All right, thanks, dude. All right, yeah, we're live on here now. We're live on here, and we're back. We're on StreamYard now. A lot better. We can actually see ourselves a lot better than that little freaking screen. So, as we were talking, we're talking about how you got into business and, you're with your son. So kind of go off of that.
Yeah, he kind of, got back out of it, and it went, Cheech opened a lot of doors for me. Brandon Darrow, the Holmans, Zane, we kind of, myself, Chris, Cheech talked about doing the MTRA thing at the Hall of Fame a few years ago, and just to keep us safer, and not be a hindrance of putting on these shows. You've said a lot today about the amount of work that goes on before a show.
Oh yeah,
and that's something the general public doesn't see.
No, even the casual fan.
I mean, anywhere from your top tier touring groups down to these fair shows, there's still a lot of work involved. Not just on the ops side, but what your crew guys are going through on a daily basis. For shows like this. Them guys worked on those trucks all day today.
Got Brandon Culpepper in the chat. He says, "Andy, no hurting yourself."
Culpepper was with us in Harrisburg, and
show
one, I went to send trucks off the floor. Just walked across the floor, felt a pop in the back of my calf. Almost fell right then and there in front of the crowd.
Dude.
Did the 2 shows, did my day job for 3 days. My leg was like this, and ended up right before the whole election infection took place. I had torn my calf. So, my first show back was Westmoreland with Zane. I really needed to knock the rust off on that one, and then it's gotten a lot easier since then. But, another thing too, like the 3 of us, we all came together from doing shows, doing RC stuff, doing the MTRA class and stuff. And these are 2 of the best friends I've ever had.
Right.
I mean, him and his wife are my youngest daughter's godparents.
Oh wow.
She is named after them.
Hi, Kristen.
And
that's crazy.
It's opened so many doors.
All right. Jeez,
It's awesome.
What about this guy?
How'd you handle
Our
this?
saucy boy.
I beat you today.
I know
You did.
You
beat him. You did.
I
Oh,
let him
now
know.
ketchup.
Oh,
Disgusting. Texas Roadhouse, I am ashamed of you.
we all are. Have a renegade roll challenge tomorrow.
Did we beat the 100 rolls?
We got to be a little bit quiet. Zane and them are in the next room.
No, they're not. It's just Mark and Forrest.
Oh,
So, how I got into it, I grew up watching monster trucks on TV. I'm old enough to remember like the end of the TNT era, the Penda era. I would watch them on TV. I would watch Motor Madness Friday nights instead of going out to school dances and stuff like that. And then as I got older, I kind of got out of it for a little bit, and then I grew back into interest.
Yeah.
And then I started going to shows, and Zane was at every single show I would go to. So, he recognized me, I recognized him. We started talking. I'd go down to Lancaster all over to shows, and then one day I said, "Hey, you need a hand at a show and stuff." That's how I got into doing this. I just threw a message.
It's as simple as
And
that.
it's been going ever since then.
So, myself, we were talking kind of in between our streams, for me as kind of an outsider, but kind of not. I've done shows with Elliot and other smaller promoters in Canada. I've done stuff with Bill Payne's crew, and seeing it here in the States, even just a lot of shows I've been to, they don't even paint cars. You guys make sure you paint the cars here. You're doing lines on the track tomorrow. It's incredible to see the amount of effort that goes in, and even just the camaraderie. We talk about that on a lot of the shows, between the teams. When I showed up to Zane's shop there in Camden, you know, he even said it like it feels like we've known each other. Like we've talked on Facebook, we talk on the phone, but like in person, there's no awkwardness, you know. And I just love that. Like it's a family. Like I've
really
never met you guys until today. Like I've probably talked to most of you guys, and but you know what? It's like it feels like we've known each other for so long, you know. And like so, I want to ask you guys. So, as a Canadian, what are a lot of misconceptions you guys have about Canada? I want to ask this because, like, what do you think? And I'll see it. I'll try to like debunk them if I can.
It doesn't say A.
Everybody says A.
No,
Or
no.
a boot.
Depending on what province you're from, you know, like if you're from Newfoundland or Newfoundland or whatever, their accents are crazy. You don't want to mess with a drunk Newfie. A drunk Newfie is extremely hard to understand. I can understand it because a lot of my family's from back east. And like yeah, like I've been getting harped on that from Zayden the whole time, which I love. What other ones do you guys think?
Everybody's born with a hockey stick.
Nope. I have two.
Thank you for Sidney Crosby, by the way.
I have
Let's go, fans.
Pride Nova Scotia. Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia. But no, like I have two left feet when it comes to skating on ice. I can't do it. I am clumsy. People on the internet know I'm clumsy for doing this. Hey, I'll talk crap about myself falling out of the hockey dasher. I don't care. I don't care.
What's with the eggnog thing?
Okay,
What's with the eggnog thing?
I don't like eggnog because of number one, the consistency. I think it's
It's
disgusting.
understandable.
The nutmeg. I can't do nutmeg. I can't do that nutmeg flavor at all. That's my main reason why.
Turner's tea, Turner's eggnog, that's the good stuff. We gotta get you some Turner's.
I can't.
Yinzer fuel.
What's
Yinzer fuel.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
okay. Okay.
Yinzer's in that. Yins.
So like, I'll ask this like I was looking at like comparing monster trucks in Canada, and monster trucks in the States. Like, I will say this: you guys are fortunate. Like, you guys are very lucky. You guys are blessed because like in Canada, like I can probably count on my hands alone, both my hands, on how many shows that there has been within the last 10 years. But in my area alone.
Yeah, in our tri-state region, I mean, like the three of me and Andy at least, we're from around the Pittsburgh area, and Danny, he's a little bit here from Altoona, but in our tri-state area, we're really lucky because all these states, and all these big venues, they are literally within 10 hours or less drive. And that's one of the biggest things that I have noticed since we've been doing this.
Oh, there's
There's Mr. C. He knows how it's like, these drives, at first it's like, oh man, driving an hour to a show, what are we gonna do?
Oh, he's got his Mountain Dew.
Now it's like 8-hour drive. Let's do this,
But like the amount of teams and everything that are kind of in this area alone, like from like
Chug it.
chug.
Chug, yes.
Delete.
Do all right.
Follow through.
That's how we do it now.
But no, like an hour away from here, you got Butters.
Yep.
Like I'd love to go there and go see them. Like it was insane. Like I got a message on Facebook from Trey Myers out of the blue. Like, hey, want to come to the shop? Come. I'm like, Trey Myers just messaged me on Facebook wanting to come to the shop. What the heck? Even like 45 minutes away from Zane's place, the metal shop. I never thought I'd get the chance to go there. Like this whole experience alone has been worth it. Like it's worth it quarantining myself when I get back.
For sure.
It's worth it. Like I never thought that sitting in I made a post on Facebook today. I never thought sitting in front of a computer working on graphic design would have gotten me to this point today. What are you laughing at?
The other three guys are in the truck watching this on Facebook while we're on, and I'm just laughing.
Where are you heading to Cheech?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Doing some Trigger King stuff.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Represent teamcalrc.com. CalRC, the best maintenance in the world.
Yep. That's Isaac. That's Mr. Rockstar. If you ever watch Trigger King, He's the one stop it. He's the one that likes to destroy his Rockstar RC truck. So
Man, I'm the only guy here that doesn't do any RC stuff. The only RC I have is a Red Cat. Was it Red Cat Everest 10 rock crawler? Because I was wanting to turn it into something. So, but
What about that epic road trip?
Oh my
We had
God, the
several
epic road
years
trip.
ago.
Yeah, that's another thing you mentioned, like just your area up north not having a lot of shows. Me and Andy, we had the fortunate ability to do a road trip about how many years ago? 2 years back. We've never been to Bigfoot shop, and that was one of the things we wanted to do is go see Bigfoot headquarters.
Yeah.
And through all the
Danny
people we've
Mass
met,
gives us a private tour.
we went out, we made a 12-hour road trip, and we met Danny Mass. We were lost. Sorry, Danny. But we saw the Bigfoot shop, and he gave us a tour. We actually got to meet the legend himself, which was amazing. And we fanboyed out pretty hardcore for a good half hour after we left the shop. Because it's like you just met the legend.
Yeah.
And then after that, we had the fortunate ability to go see the Hall Brothers shop.
oh wow.
Where now Cheech is at, which is awesome. We went to go see Jerryville with their crew called Chaos. From there, we went and hit up the Hall of Fame.
Well, you forgot about Paxton.
Yeah, the Paxton, Illinois. Cheech sent us on a special mission there to Chuck Warner.
Yeah, and then told us to go across the street to eat at that restaurant.
And he came out the door, where is that little bastard? That was great.
So I'll ask this, as a fan.
You guys, a heads up, that place is now closed because of COVID.
Oh.
So I'll ask
Shut
this.
down. The country kitchen's done.
I'll ask this. So we're all first and foremost we're fans, right? I don't care who you are in the business, you're fans. But like when the show starts, you turn that sound of you off. Yeah, you have to. Like today I was kind of like looking around like kind of soaking it in, but like tomorrow when it's show day, you turn that part of you off. Like you have a job to do.
It's like we were
I
talking about
can't. I just act like a little kid all the time.
That's because you can get away with it.
You're short enough. You get away with that shit, man.
You got to take Mark Warner's backpack and run around the Hall of Fame a little bit. But
That was great.
But in all seriousness, through my time in the industry, I've known Cheech for a long time. I've known Andy, I've known Danny, a lot of these guys. I got my start. Kevin did a lot bringing us all together and stuff and introducing us to teams and working behind the scenes, which has been awesome. But the one thing I've learned from between being a fan and doing what we do now, there's just this total difference that you can't even really comprehend until you're actually there doing it.
By the way, I'm right here.
Plans can change at the drop of a hat for any number of reasons, and you just have to be ready to react. And the biggest thing of all is how you want to deliver that show value. We're a motorsport. Some people refer to us as motorsport entertainment now.
Yeah.
The big thing here is you want to put on a good show that is competitive, but is worth the customer's dollar, worth the fan's dollar, and is safe for all of us to be at. When you're out there doing chalk lines on a track, you're not just making the track look nice. Those lines are there for those drivers to see, okay, this is where I can line up to hit that ramp. This is where I know I can go hit that van stack. I see that line across that dirt pod. This is where I know I'm at my no turn point. And those people don't think about that. For the fans, it just looks nuts.
Yeah.
The other aspect when we check jump cars, you don't know how much prep goes in jump cars. Like today, me and Danny had to actually vacuum glass out of the car.
Yeah.
Some venues don't care, some venues do.
This one does.
It's this one does.
This one
nothing
is
against them. It's a good thing to do. But we vacuum glass out of the car for 3 hours a day because you never think about, is that glass going to shatter? Or is there going to be glass in a tire that's going to go to a pit party that someone's going to put their kid on because you know it's going to happen, And those are the things that you have to think about when doing, inspecting the jump cars. The tires, you can look at a junk car and be like, monster trucks without crush cars, we all agree, is worthless. We all know it. You got to have crush cars.
Yeah.
But what you don't realize is that if that door is just so, it's going to slice every single tire that goes over. We're looking for those little things that have to make sure, what can send something over, what doesn't look right.
Well, there's trucks in the rest of the area over there.
I mean,
And plus, too, being at Lincoln Speedway this
Trucks
weekend,
over there.
that's in a historic dirt track.
Yeah.
Not just in Pennsylvania, but the world.
Yeah. The nation.
And we have to respect that racing surface, for the safety of the next time they run that track.
They're local 410 sprint cars.
I learned about the PA Posse today, like when we were heading up, like, because I've heard about it, but I don't never know what it is, right? So, I like that, the PA Monster Posse. I love that. Am I an honorary member? The PA Monster Posse?
Sure.
We'll accept it.
And hey, you guys are honorary Canadians now.
Hey.
Hey, but if you guys ever come to Canada, there's one way
We'll
out.
still go to Dunkin' Donuts.
There's no Dunkin' Donuts.
We'll bring our own.
Timmy's.
You guys gotta get Timmy's and you gotta get poutines.
Oh, I'm all for the poutine.
Oh, yeah.
Why you boys going to Canada?
That's money.
But you gotta come out to Alberta. That's the thing. Don't go anywhere else but Alberta. Because it's more fun there. We have a blast. So, as we kind of wind down here, I don't want to take too much of you guys tonight, but we'll go around here. Favorite kind of pie?
Oh, jeez.
Gotta ask it. I gotta, and then shout out to Mr. Culpepper.
For me, nothing beats classic apple pie.
Ooh,
I
good
like a Dutch apple pie from Coffee.
choice.
I have to go apple pie.
See, you're that'd probably be some of the apple crisp, right?
Yeah, it's got like this crumb of coffee
Yeah.
on it. It's really good.
And I know the answer is for some of this, but yes or no, eggnog?
Yes.
Yeah, the tailgate on Colts screwed up.
I want to get offended by Cheech. First time to do that.
He's done that
He's
before,
done that
too.
to people.
I've had it, but it's not something I would actively go get.
No.
For me, it depends. Like I said, Turner's Tea, they make a good one. I might have one glass, and then that's it. I'm good for the rest of the year.
All right, so
Chrissy's still coming, so that's why I keep hearing the beeps.
then I'll ask this kind of like the final thing here. Predictions for tomorrow. The lineup, we got Stinger Unleashed, Fairly Tame, Pretty Wicked, which is the best truck that's there. That looks, I'm biased. Oh, Cheech is left. I'm biased.
She did really well last week.
And then you got Corey Snyder in Toxic and Cliff Vowell in Virginia Giant. So what's your guys' predictions for this weekend?
I think Zane's going to continue dominance.
Probably. I agree with that.
I think Corey's going to be tough to beat in racing. I think you're going to see Corey and Zane in the finals. Should they both race? And then I think freestyle is just going to be whoever pulls out the wildest stuff.
I mean, we've got some wild
There's
stuff
some
out there for
good
this one.
Oh yeah.
Every truck's a good freestyler.
I'll be honest.
Pull out a win.
I think Joe has improved every show.
Yes.
Joe,
I'm impressed.
He's fearless. Like he doesn't hesitate to go after the big
Last
obstacle.
weekend, he sent that sucker over
Yeah.
that van stack. It was an iron wall van stack, and he just
He
went
launched
for
it.
He
We
broke that
Joe
whole
through
rear
race
end out of that thing.
timeout.
He got out, and he was just like, "Yes, this is awesome."
So
Yeah.
you guys got Zane for best trick.
Yep.
Corey for racing. You know what? I'm going Zane on racing. Okay. When he loaded that truck up yesterday with that motor he has in there,
The new motor.
that thing is stout. Like he even said, he's never had a motor sound like that.
It's gonna be some big power.
He's got a Steve Schmidt motor in there. If you guys know anything about NHRA, 1990s NHRA, Steve Schmidt built stout stuff. That motor sounded like I've never heard a motor thump like that. That thing is going to be nasty.
I think Zane's gonna give Corey a run. I don't know.
Oh.
Sorry, Corey, I love you. I got the shirt on here. But
I honestly, like I said, I honestly think that, Zane is probably going to. I'd like, personally for me, with the whole meaning of the trip, I'd love to see Zane win all three. That's just me, but.
brought him in.
I'm biased. Oh, Mike Hedman. It's the B team. Yeah, because the B is here.
Hey, Mike. Magic Panda.
But no, like I think Zane is gonna take it.
I think Zane will take racing, and I think Corey's going to take the freestyle.
That motor he has in there, like everything.
I think the AC should have fun.
Hearing it pull out of the shop yesterday, and just
Yeah, we didn't get to hear it fire up yet, did they?
you guys are going to be like, oh my god!
Can't wait.
It sounds better
We
than
saw him when he
it
pulled in
sounds,
with that last week in Indy.
it sounds better than Richard Midget.
Or what?
Well, and it's awesome too because you know you
Yeah,
get
we're
Zane and
there,
Lindsay, you get
Oh no, your silence fire.
you
Way
get,
to go.
you get Joe, you've got Corey. You know, one of the ones we have Cliff now this
Even
weekend.
Cliff's been improving in freestyle every
Oh
single
yeah,
week.
You know, they all compete. They
Yeah.
all want to win.
They
This
all wanna
isn't
win.
just
It's
going out and having fun with your friends.
no,
it's
They are
not like
really pushing themselves to
Yeah.
give the fans the best show they can.
That's one of the coolest things about this tour is that even though there's just a set number of trucks, which for the 3 to 5 of them, they're going for it. Each one of them. Lindsay's improved dramatically since the start of the tour, and ever since she started driving experience. Like last weekend, she did one hell of a freestyle.
Yeah.
You know, Joe,
She did.
he came in as a rookie, his rookie season. I see a lot of Aaron Kane in him. You know, he's got the determination, and I think if he sticks with it, he's going to do really good.
oh yeah.
You know, Corey and Jay, flat out awesome team, great
Yeah.
guys to hang out
I'm
with.
excited
They're
to meet
willing to
those
help.
guys.
Oh, you're going to have a
Oh,
blast.
great.
You know, but
You can't
They-
forget
they are-
CJ either.
No,
CJ with the mini,
I mean,
he's a mini.
he's another one.
Jared
He's gotten
Logan.
better every week.
like when
He's fearless. Last week in Van Wert, he buried that thing on top of the
They're not out
The
just to putz around and
No.
just sell a show. This is actual legit competition between these trucks, which
Like-
is awesome.
They want to win.
You know,
it's exciting to see, you know, what's happening with, you know, Zane's crew and everything like that, and
Really?
you guys being a part of it, and like
It's
I
been a
said,
blast.
as an outsider coming into the fold, like, yeah, I'm part of the team, but kind of sort of like I'm just the designer. That's all I am. I'm nobody special, but like, you know,
yeah, you made our identity.
yes, which is
That's
true. Like
what we did.
for me, like the whole I think meaning of this trip for me is like being able to see like that trailer wrap, the Pretty Wicked, the van, like
So
seeing
awesome.
all of that for me is like the mule. Oh yeah,
The mule, yeah. I can't believe he wrapped the mule. I'll never forget that. We're like, he bought the mule, and they're like, this mule's awesome. And that,
I didn't design that. That was they just
that was
whatever.
him. That was 717 rounds. I think.
It's still my design stuff on it, but like it you know, for as like for at least as a designer was, it makes me proud. You know, like this is the first time I'm seeing any of my work in person. I've never seen any, even the Big Up Bad Boy. I didn't even see that. You know, I didn't get the chance. So it's such a cool feeling. But you know, I'm excited for tomorrow. It's going to be one heck of a show. I'm going to be doing updates for you guys all day. It might be posted later because you know I got to be careful with my data.
Don't forget Wayne's towing.
Wayne's Towing,
Towing
yeah.
and recovery.
717 Wraps and Graphics. ATI. Who else?
You know,
McGroove and Company.
It wouldn't be possible without their support as well.
Yeah.
You know, and the Raju family.
Yeah.
You know,
Number 2 motorsports.
we wouldn't be. We might be together this weekend doing something, but we wouldn't have this
Yeah.
without Zane and Lindsay, and it's appreciated.
And for me, like just being able to come up here, like during this whole coronavirus thing from Canada, like I never thought it'd be possible. Like, but here I am. I'm in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. Like I never, like I am
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
We're in Pennsylvania.
Hey, I'm escaping the ice and snow, so I'm happy. But you know, thanks guys for doing this little live video.
Thanks for having us.
You know, I definitely want to do a full episode like me and Cheech, and then all of you guys eventually.
For sure.
You know, talking about because I know like I don't know much about RCs, but you know, you guys have done a lot with Cheech and
Cheech, CalRC.com, baby. Wrap the move. Got some butt this weekend at Sugar King.
But you know, stay tuned, guys. Again, be doing some live videos hopefully tomorrow if I have some Wi-Fi down at the track.
Some behind the scenes.
Yep.
Show these guys what it actually takes to put a show together.
And there might be something cool coming to videos soon for you guys. So just have to wait to find out.
Roll call.
I'm roll call. By the way,
Roll challenge. All right.
I'm just gonna say this before we head off. Texas Roadhouse, you suck.